back where it all began. This is the final milestone breakfast for the December DLC on Batman Arkham Knight. In this adrenaline-fueled episode, we're going to be giving you an exclusive look at the season of Infamy, plus we're going to be lifting the lid on the 2008 movie Batsuit. It's all coming up in this episode of Arkham Insider.
It's been an incredible journey, lots of hard work, a great game, an amazing team, and a lot of breakfast. 22,000 pieces of bacon later, and we're done.
You wanted to see the season of Infamy, and that is what we're going to show you right now. I'm joined by Johnny Armstrong, designer on the Shadow War section of Season of Infamy, plus James Catterson, environment artist. James, let's go and catch some ninjas. So you're calling up a brand new separate mission wheel by pressing R1. What was that inspired by?
Yeah, well, we wanted to keep all the DLC in a fashion where the player would be used to that, but keeping them separate as well, so you knew which was the new content. Awesome. So we've got the Shadow War icon up in the right-hand corner there. James, let's select that, and let's get going. We've got another little surprise for you as well. That's right, it is the Batman Arkham Asylum Batmobile, drivable as part of the December DLC drop, and isn't she a beaut? The last time we saw this car, it was crashing into Bane in one of the most iconic moments from Batman Arkham Asylum. It is great to have it back. Johnny, do you want to give us some background on the Shadow War? The basis for the story is that two ninjas have been spotted fighting at the top of this location, and Batman has to go and investigate and see what's going on.
Awesome, well let's see if James can find this location where these ninjas have been fighting. Well, this looks like the crime scene. So we're going to jump ahead now because we don't want to spoil any of the detective action for you. Let's use the magic of TV to jump forward in time. So Johnny is in control now. We have found the location, and it is the Elliott Memorial Hospital. James, you designed a lot of the interiors here. Why don't you tell us what inspired you?
It's a classic grand old hospital that's been upgraded and retrofitted over the decades, so it gives this really kind of mismatched architectural style. We push this a lot further when you get into the lower levels of the basement area, so they've got quite creepy gothic hallways. We actually looked back to Arkham Asylum for those, so we've got these tall ceilings, lots of pipes running across, really creepy.
And Johnny's doing the long, slow walk of justice here, and the ninjas have noticed him. Johnny, let's see what you got! Johnny, tell us what it was like to work with Ra's al Ghul again.
I mean, to be able to work with such a strong and well-known brand character and be able to revisit these old enemies such as the ninjas and introduce new moves is just a real privilege.
Awesome, well we've seen a little taste of the Fury attack there, and here it comes again. So this is a new move that's been added in for this DLC. Oh, that's nice, there's the Enviro takedown. One guy left.
Ninja versus Batman, there's only one winner.
Oh, there is only one winner. And there it is, that is the sweet, sweet taste of victory against ninjas in the Shadow War portion of the Season of Infamy DLC here on Arkham Insider.
The League of Assassins are not the only threat that Batman is going to be taking on. We sat down with some of Rocksteady's biggest brainiums to get the full story on all of the supervillains who are going to be crash landing into Gotham City in this, the Season of Infamy.
Oh, frabjous day, Kaloo-Kalay, the Batman's here. It's time to play.
It's been really good fun bringing Mad Hatter back for Season of Infamy. For me personally, he's one of those villains that really, really gets, up your nose. I really want to throttle him, and he's back to antagonise Batman.
Victor.
They took Nora because of you.
It was interesting to bring Mr. Freeze back. Like last time we saw it in Arkham City, we had like a big fight with him. We changed his kind of like suit from like a battle armor suit to more like the scientist kind of like side of it.
It was really good to bring Killer Croc back. Everyone was quite excited because he's different to some of the other villains that we've been working with. Croc has changed a lot since we first seen him in Arkham Asylum, and when we see him in Arkham Knight, his condition has obviously got worse. It's meant he's become stronger, faster, more animalistic. He's the real quintessential monstrous villain in the kind of Arkhamverse.
Do they live or die? Well, that's up to you.
Quite an unusual situation that we find ourselves in with Mad Hatter. Actually handed himself into GCPD under suspicious circumstances. So Batman's mission is to go back and interrogate him.
Don't make me put that to the test.
The story for Killer Croc is there's an airship that crash lands, and it gets set up that you have to go and investigate this area.
Like the first thing we kind of like bang our head on is just like, what can we do in the city itself for each different villain to kind of like make something fresh and new.
There's a whole new wing of GCPD, so we've built 3 new rooms. One of them is a new interview room where Mad Hatter will be located, waiting for you to come and interrogate him. There's a new wing full of cells where all the new villains from the season of Infamy will be locked up, and an evidence cabinet where we'll pick up some trophies along the way. And lots of little secrets and details and backstory, all the kind of things that make the GCPD a colourful and interesting place. We've done that all over again in a whole new little area.
The airship in the Croc storyline aligns with the horror story we're trying to tell, because obviously it's that claustrophobic feeling and you've got Batman in there trying to get to Croc. And I guess that kind of does parallel with the Arkham Asylum in as much as it was a prison with that claustrophobic kind of feel.
To create that very big package for DLC, what it brings to us is just like we need to keep the quality as high as possible in parallel with what we've produced in the main game. Meaning like brand new environments, brand new characters, but like AAA quality.
The world's most comfortable couches had to be reinforced. It is now the couch of steel, because we're welcoming 2 Rocksteady heavyweights to talk about the 2008 movie Batsuit. Game director Sefton Hill and lead character artist Albert the King. Sefton, this Batsuit was not in the original plan, was it? How is it that we're even looking at it today?
It was really from the community. You know, our great fans got onto us on Twitter and said, like, this is the Batsuit that I grew up with. This is the one from the films that really resonated with me, so we really want to see it in the game. We were really excited by what they wanted, so I called up DC and Warner Brothers and said, guys, like, I really think we need to do this. Can we work with the film guys and actually get this in the game? And thankfully, you know, everyone was on board and said, yeah, we've got to do this for the fans. So kind of that's how it happened. So it really was fan power that made us do it, and we're really thankful that we did. It's really hard to appreciate how much work these guys put into the Batsuit. It can take 16, 18 weeks solid of work, working on every single rivet and bolt and piece of material. So it's not a small amount of work.
So once DC gave you the go-ahead, you then just strolled over and dropped the hammer on Albert and his team. Albert, for such an iconic Batsuit, this must have been severe pressure for you and your guys to deliver.
It was pressure, but it was also excitement. Like, there was something that had been cooking in our minds for a while.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of the best Batsuits ever created, so we thought, let's have our take on it. And yeah, the challenge was to match the reference as much as possible. There are loads of pieces, loads of details, and everyone's seen this suit like a million times. So getting anything right, like the position of the belt, 2 centimeters up or down, or any of the details that are in the torso, if they were kind of moved around a bit, it would already look a bit fake. And that was not the idea. The idea was we wanted to look like the film.
Sweet. Well, I think when the history books are written of the games industry and Batman Arkham Knight in particular, Albert, you're going to be remembered for 3 things. Number 1, creating some seriously kick-ass characters for this game. Number 2, this line.
It was me.
And thirdly, this exceptional work on the 2008 movie Batsuit, created in record time. You must be incredibly proud of the work that you and your team have done.
Yeah, we're very proud to make the fans happy.
Awesome. And Sefton, for you, it must be a very emotional time, because it's not just the end of Batman Arkham Knight, it's sort of the end of Rocksteady's time with the Arkham trilogy. I mean, what's going on in your head at the moment?
I mean, it's been a very emotional and exciting journey for us. I've always said it's a tremendous privilege and honour to be kind of the custodians of the Batman universe, and to live this for nearly 10 years, to be thinking about the big guy and all the adventures and coming up with new and exciting things we can do in that world. For that huge period of time, it's been amazing, energizing, emotional. It's been incredible, and I really hope that the fans are happy with the work that we've done, you know, that we've been able to let people become the Batman and really enjoy his world for such a long period of time.
So Sefton, are you saying categorically that this is the end of the road for Rocksteady and Batman?
Well...
Sefton, Albert, 2 juggernauts of the studio, thank you for your time today. That was the 2008 movie Batsuit, powered by the community. From you to us, and now back to you. So that is it for 2015, the year in which Batman Arkham Knight was launched, and we busted through 6 months of explosive DLC.
It has been a real blast bringing you all that extra content and extending the life of the game well beyond launch.
So when the December DLC drops down your chimney and you fire up the season of Infamy...
In fact, any time you look at the skyline of your city at night...
When you encounter injustice, wherever you may find it, you better know what to do by now.
Be the Batman! 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 Be the Batman!
Be the Batman!